My name is Eva Haykin, and I wanted to come on this trip to learn about issues surrounding immigration, especially in this metropolitan area with nearly 3 million people of El Paso and Ciudad Juarez.
So last summer, I took a course with Jennifer Esperanza on refugee migrants and immigrants, and that course really stimulated my interest about this topic. And this was something that I've been always wanting to do for a while, but I've never had the opportunity as an international student, and I didn't have enough resources or knowledge about it. Then through the Weissberg program, I was able to apply to this amazing opportunity, and now I'm here.
I'm from Syria, and I grew up in Dubai, and the reason that I signed up for this border awareness trip is because part of the Syrian culture has become a lot about immigration, and it always has been, and there's Arabs all over the world, and especially now Arab refugees all over the world, and I want to do my part in that because I'm Syrian and a lot of my family members have come here as well, and so we have immigration in our family. My mom's helped them come here, and I want to be an immigration lawyer.
I came to this trip because I have a personal connection with immigration and border issues. My parents are immigrants. I'm a first-generation student, but I thought it'd be interesting to get a different look, a more, I guess, global or outward look at border issues and a much closer look here in El Paso, so that's why I applied.
So today we went to the border museum, and that was a really overwhelming experience. We got to talk to a female Latinx patrol officer, and it was a very interesting and very uncomfortable experience. It's an experience that I'm very glad I had. I'm glad to know how our government puts people out there to PR and represent these different entities, but also it's really upsetting and disheartening and overwhelming. It's been, and every day has been very educational, and this experience has been amazing, but really hard at the same time to take myself out of the privileges that I have been given, being a college student in Wisconsin, having an education, being born here, recognizing where I do hold privilege in certain spaces, more so here than back home, but just how much privilege I do hold here.
Today at the detention center, we got a chance to tour the facility and kind of see what was going on. For me, I was expecting it to be pretty difficult and uncomfortable, but I wasn't expecting to be as impacted by what I saw as I was. Particularly, there was 2 parts of the trip where I felt extremely uncomfortable, and there was a moment when we were walking on our way to the kitchen, and a person that was in one of the solitary confinement cells looked out through the window to see who we were and what was going on, and one of the guards slammed the window shut, the thing that was blocking the window, and he started kicking the door and screaming, and I didn't realize that was going on until I looked back and saw what had happened. And I could just see that the people giving us the tour were just trying to defuse the situation.
It was really heart-dropping to see these men there because it reminded me of my dad and how he crossed the border, and how if he got caught by Border Patrol or an ICE agent, that he could have been stuck there. So that really made me really sad.
So far this trip has been very eye-opening, very emotional. And the stories I've heard from the people that we've been seeing have been very hard on me. And I grew up in a house full of immigrants, and I myself am an immigrant, so I always thought I had it bad. But then I look at the stories and the experiences these people have gone through, and I'm I can't compare to that.
I'm an exchange student from France, and what stood out the most to me at the moment was maybe when we visited the border. So it's something that I've studied a lot in my Spanish classes, and to actually be here and be able to see it, that was really I think scary, because I didn't think it would be that way. So there's a big wall which is very tall and high, and there were border patrols around it, and that was really scary. Yeah.
you know, you get a lot of opinions about it, but to see like a wall and to look across and to see like Mexico is just right there, like inches from you. You can put your hand through the wall and your hand's in Mexico and your body's in the United States, and it was just kind of out of this world to see that, and it made me think about immigration in a whole new perspective. And you know, because the wall is literally in people's backyards, you know. It's not like we build a wall and it's like nobody crosses. Like right now I'm standing on a bridge, and just behind the bridge is Ciudad Juarez, and so it's a lot more fluid than people think.
At Annunciation House, all of the volunteers live in the houses, eat the same food with the guests, eat meals with the guests, and part of our role is in opening the door to people who either were released from immigration after being apprehended or after presenting themselves at the bridge, as well as letting people in who were able to cross undetected and are undocumented and need to find a place to stay before they go to their final destination or are able to be independent.
First, I didn't know exactly what I could do or where to start, but I think now from this trip I'm able to start somewhere, even if that means like being a volunteer at a shelter and donating clothes and donating food. I think that's like an awesome way to start. I hope that we are able to do this trip annually, because that'd be a great experience for everyone.
Gracias, mami y papi, por darme todo tu amor y tu sacrificio, y por cruzar la frontera por mis hermanos y yo.